If you're coming to Canada and you're on a tight budget, it is important to select the right location.
Yeah, because the cost of living can vary by a lot, and if you're a newcomer or an international student, that will be important to you.
So in this video, we are giving you 5 most affordable cities that you can live here in Canada. So, first in our list is the Okanagan Valley, where you can find the beautiful city of Kelowna. There is a total of 143,000 people living in that city.
Yeah, and according to the statistics, rent prices are 27% lower in Kelowna than in Vancouver. For example, a one-bedroom apartment in Vancouver will cost you $2,344 on average per month, whereas in Kelowna it'll cost you $1,755 per month.
Yes, and if you're looking for a program, for example, a business management program, in Okanagan College, you can find for about 28,000 Canadian dollars for a 2-year program. And in Vancouver, let's say Douglas College, that will cost you for about 36,000 Canadian dollars for a 2-year program. So it's the same program, but it's a different cost. And I like Kelowna too. You've been there, right?
Yeah, and apparently it's supposed to be one of the warmest climates in Canada.
True.
So there's lots of hiking, swimming in the Lake Okanagan, I think. It's pretty warm in the summer. Mountain biking.
And it's pretty close to Vernon as well. I like Vernon. And you can actually live in between Vernon and Kelowna. One of the destinations as well of international students is Ontario, and most of you guys go to Toronto, but there's also a good alternative for that, which is the beautiful city of Ottawa. Right now they have 1.4 million people living in that small city.
Yeah, and the rent prices are, according to statistics, about 22% cheaper in Ottawa. For example, a one-bedroom apartment in Ottawa will cost you $1,700, whereas in Toronto it will cost you $2,200 per month.
Yeah, and if you're also an IT professional, let's say you're looking for a program, you want to study here, you can check out Alberta College in Ottawa, and you will have to pay for about 16,500 to 18,000 Canadian dollars for a 1-year program. And if you compare that in Toronto, let's say, you can actually see the difference, because in George Brown College you have to pay for about 20,000 Canadian dollars for a 1-year program. That's like a huge difference. Personally, do you also like Ottawa? Because I like it too.
Yeah, I think it's a good sized city. It's not as huge as Toronto, but it has definitely everything you need. And you're on the border to Quebec, so you can just walk over to Quebec. Really?
Exactly. Like if you want to visit Quebec, Montreal, it's like 2 hours, right? So now let's move on to Alberta. When I was looking for cities to live, I found Calgary and Edmonton, and I tried to compare them, but they're almost the same. So now I did my research and found Lethbridge, which is way cheaper than Calgary and Edmonton. Right now, they have 100,000 population.
It's much cheaper to live in Lethbridge compared to Calgary. For example, in Calgary, it will cost you $1,400 per month, and in Lethbridge, it will cost you $1,000 per month for a one-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, and also if you're an engineer, you're looking for a program, you can check out Lethbridge College, and you can find for about 32,000 Canadian dollars for a 2-year program. And if you're going to check some schools outside this city, let's say in Calgary or Edmonton, you have to pay for about, let's say, 36 to 40,000 Canadian dollars for a 2-year program. And that's expensive.
Yeah, and it's very close to Calgary.
Yeah, it's like 2 hours, right? From Lethbridge.
I think it's closer than that. 30 minutes.
No, it's not 30 minutes.
Lethbridge is just
We're doing our research right now. Do you want to bet? $20.
I thought it was like right there. Oh wow.
Told you. But what can you say about Alberta in
Well,
general?
Calgary is famous. It's the second biggest city in Alberta, and it's also like an oil town, and it's very close to Banff. I think it's 1 hour to Banff, to the Rocky Mountains.
Actually, Felix wants to go back to Alberta just to work and make money.
Maybe.
So now let's go move on to Atlantic. And most people, they go to Halifax because that's like the center of Atlantic. But you know what? There's another alternative for that, which is the small city of MONCTON. Right now, they have 75,000 population living in MONCTON, and also the living cost in MONCTON is way cheaper than Halifax.
Yeah, so it's about 30% or 27% cheaper on average. And for example, a 1-bedroom apartment in Halifax is about $1,600, and in MONCTON it's about $1,100.
Yeah, and there are a lot of job opportunities for restaurants. So if you want to take a culinary program, you can check out NBCC, New Brunswick Community College. You can pay for about 21,000 Canadian dollars for a 2-year program. And if you want to check out Halifax, let's say you want to go to NSCC, you have to pay for about 24 to 25,000 Canadian dollars for a 2-year program. So NBCC is way cheaper than NSCC. And next one is Vancouver Island. And I know most of you guys wants to go to UVic. However, you did not get your letter of acceptance because they're always full. So now you need an alternative school here on Vancouver Island. So I'm gonna give you one. So why don't you consider NANAIMO, where we're currently living right now? There is about 100,000 population living here in NANAIMO, and there are a lot of jobs available here.
Yeah, and it's much cheaper to live in NANAIMO than Victoria. On average, about 16, 1-bedroom in Victoria, almost $2,000.
Yeah.
1-bedroom in Nanaimo, $1,570.
Yeah, and it's harder to look for a house in Victoria because there are a lot of students who are like going inside the island. So for the school, you can check out let's say Vancouver Island University. They do have a master's degree in education. Let's say you're a teacher, you're looking for a program for you. Check out VIU. You will have to pay for about 25,000 for a 2-year program for a master's degree. But if you want to check out Commonwealth College, which is in Victoria, you will be paying for about 32,000 Canadian dollars for a 2-year diploma program. So I'd rather go to master's degree than a diploma, especially if you have a bachelor's degree already. But so far, here in Nanaimo, you will find jobs, and we love Nanaimo. Seriously.
Yeah, it's great, and it's just as well connected as Victoria. The ferry goes here, there's an airport, there's seaplanes that take you right to downtown Vancouver. So you're not remote at all.
I'm so surprised that I could visit Vancouver in just one day. Like I go there to the ferry terminal, and then take the ferry for 2 hours, and I'll be in Vancouver right away, and then I'll come back. Like literally, you can visit Vancouver in less than a day.
So these are only 5 cities. Which ones would you recommend to move to when you come to Canada first? Which ones are the most affordable? Why would you pick them? And what are the pros and cons?
And if you can comment below so that we can see it and everyone can see it as well. So thank you for watching this video. Please watch the next video where we talk about the best cities for international students. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.